Welcome to the Sports Arena, your front row ticket to the best in sports talk and entertainment. Great analysis, top-name guests, and news you can use from the sports landscape. So, take your seats, sit back, and relax, as you are now in the Sports Arena.
You know what you're capable of. Fix it.
And here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Wins. I'm like, all right, let's go. We get losses. I'm like, I need a minute. Let me collect myself.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sports Arena. I'm your man, Eric Wilson. And, when I have the privilege and the opportunity to interview young men who are truly honing their craft and elevating their journey, I always welcome and appreciate that opportunity. This young man that I'm going to introduce you today, Mr. Collin Wilson, no, not related, wide receiver, Washburn University. Something interesting that you should know about him before we even get started. This man has done so well in what he is doing that he will be at the Chiefs local day this Tuesday coming up, April 9th. Need y'all to know that as I welcome Mr. Collin Wilson into the building. What's going on, sir? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you for joining me here on the Sports Arena. Do me a favor, man. Just introduce yourself to the people so they can get to know you.
Yeah. Well, I'm Collin Wilson. I'm a wide receiver and slot out of Washburn University, like Eric had mentioned. I'm also a registered nurse. Grew up in Topeka, Kansas. Went through a lot of adversity to get where I'm at. And, here I am.
So you're an RN. So, man, combine the two for me here, because football and nursing, man, where do the two come together?
Going into college, I knew I wanted to spend my last year focusing mainly on football. Obviously, I'd have to take classes to be eligible, but I knew I wanted to graduate in 4 years. Wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. Knew I wanted something that would have, job opportunities for me down the line, as well as, something where I felt rewarded by my work. And nursing was a great opportunity for that. Mixing the two was tough. My sophomore year, I remember I went through days where I'd go from class to 8 to 3, straight to practice, couldn't even eat. So I was down, to like 180, 185, and I was usually around 200. So, it was tough. But I'm glad I did it all. Glad I went through that struggle. It made me a better person and have some great opportunities ahead of me.
So I'm gonna touch on that in a minute, but let's first focus on the football side of things. So
Sure.
Your love of the game, where exactly did it come from?
I grew up playing my whole life, really since second grade. I had a neighbor. We'd always play backyard football, put our pads on, go hit. And he was a little bigger than me, so I used to get the worst of it all. But that's kind of where it started real early, just having fun with it. I saw people like my brother, Michael Wilhoit, have success in it, go through college, went to Washburn University as well, had a successful NFL career, and, just had people around me that kind of pushed me along the way, people who doubted me, and that kind of kept me fueled throughout the rest of my career.
All right. So have you always played the wide receiver position, or have you been kind of doing defense, maybe running back, maybe quarterback, maybe corner, and then when you finally got to wide receiver, you were like, no, this is where I want to be?
Yeah, in elementary school, I played corner and quarterback. Quarterback is mainly more of a running back style. But yeah, I played defense. That was my thing. My instincts on defense were really good. Played that all the way through middle school. And once I got to high school, they just chose me a receiver. So that's what I did. I always had good ball skills, good hands. So that's just where it kind of made sense for coaches to put me, even though I wish I did have an opportunity to play defense. I think I could make some noise on that side of the ball too. So,
and that's what I wanted to ask you, because a lot of times, if you feel yourself maybe leaning towards one direction and you notice that you're a little more dialed in and focused, not saying you're not the wide receiver, but playing that defensive side of the ball. Listen, I'm a defensive guy by trade, man. If I could play, trust me, I don't put me on. I don't care about being on offense. It's just you can have that. You can have all the glitz, all the glamour, all the notoriety. Now, let me hit somebody. Let me snatch the ball out of somebody's hand. You feel me? That's me. That's what I want to do. So, being in your position, what traits have you taken from the defensive side of the ball that have helped elevate and progress you as a wide receiver?
Just my instincts. On defense, you can go make a play on your own. You see something, you go get it. Offense has been a little bit more challenging where you have to depend, especially a receiver, you depend on the quarterback, the O-line, the protect, the play call. So you just depend on so much more. But, just kind of having that understanding of what a defense or what a defensive back specifically is kind of worried about, based on where you're lined up or kind of my size, just different things like that, being aware of, what they're trying to take away, what they're giving you. It just helps a lot knowing those things. Then obviously the coverages.
All right. So when we talk about the position of wide receiver, you are one of one, sir. But is there a player, past or present, that you kind of emulate your wide receiver game after?
Yeah, definitely Keenan Allen, I'd say. He's a guy, has a basketball background. You can kind of see it in his play style. He's a lot quicker than he is fast. With the bigger frame, you don't see a lot of bigger guys with the quickness and, savviness he has in the slot. A lot of guys with our size play on the outside, and I like playing inside. I play outside, wherever you want to put me. But, Keenan Allen, his just shiftiness, his ability to set up defenders, just give subtle moves and then just finish catching the ball, getting an extra 10 yards per catch,
All right. So as you progress and you're preparing for your Kansas City Chiefs Day here on April 9th, talk to me just about what your mindset is going into such a great opportunity.
Just have fun, just be loose. I think everybody can benefit from playing free, taking it back to the days of being a kid, running routes, just playing catch in the, in the backyard or in the street. That's really all it is. It's just a workout for me, going to run routes, catch the ball. That's what I love doing. So it's opportunity to show, that's what I do and that's what I'm good at.
All right. So you are in the market for an agent. So I got to ask you, what's important to you when it comes to representation in an agent and in your agent-player relationship?
Number one, just having a belief in me as a player. I need my agent to see something in me, especially something that I see in myself. And then on top of that, just somebody who's willing to work. I'm putting in the work every day, so I expect the people on my team to work just as hard. Obviously, nobody's going to work as hard as, you do for yourself, but, having people who can kind of match that energy and just feed positivity into your life. That's really it.
Talk to me about some of those other positive people in your life who have helped, motivate you and help develop you becoming the best version of yourself.
For sure. My brother, I mentioned him earlier. He had a successful NFL career. I never thought growing up that getting this far was even an option for me. I thought those people were kind of handpicked early on in their lives or, however it worked. But, heading into college, he kind of fed me that belief in myself that, you can be a nurse, you can, play football and you can accomplish everything you want. Because I was thinking, nursing and football together might be just a little bit too much for me to focus on football. But, he was right about that. I was able to focus on, both, manage both and be good at both. So he was number one. And then people like Nicole, she's came in and just worked her ass off since day one. She has a great belief in me. Like I said earlier, people that have the belief in myself that I have is huge to me. So, those are a couple of people that come to mind.
So when you were going through the process of nursing and playing football, man, what was driving you to remain so dialed in and focused on not one, but two major professions?
Shoot, I'm just a perfectionist. That's just part of who I am. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it at a high level. So whether that was nursing or anything else I would have chose to do in school, football, I just I wanted to execute at a high level, and I feel like I did both of those things. But, there's nothing really that needed to motivate me. A lot of that came from within. School is just, part of it. I knew if I was going to play football, I needed to, excel in school, and that's what I did. So, the football part's easy. That's fun.
So how do you remain so your attitude is just so positive and so genuine Where does that stem from?
Just the people I've surrounded myself throughout my life. I've been blessed to have great friends, great family, successful people around me. And, I feel that positivity is the only way to reach success in your life. So, that's part of it. And then just going through adversity, really my whole life. I lost my dad when I was 10 years old. And just going on since then, I faced a lot of adversity from injuries, illnesses, and then just, losing other family members, friends along the way. You just kind of take the negative events for what they are, and you just keep trucking. You don't really have time to sit and reflect because life's going to keep moving on with or without you.
I will agree, but I will push back and say, young man, make sure you take time to grieve, because we try to stay focused on what is right in front of us. We cannot forget of what brought us to this point. So I respect your craft, and I respect at home what you do, but I will say this, just as someone who has himself been through therapy, take that time, man, to truly grieve and mourn, because it does make you a better person when you have those moments to remember and you're not reflecting on, the negative of what transpired. So just a little piece of advice I wanted to share with you as you go through your process.
Sure.
Thank you for being a part of this. I got a couple more questions I want to ask you, and this is the one that I ask everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody. I understand the politically correct answer is I want to play for anybody. But we're not going to do that here on the sports arena. What we're going to do is we're going to manifest what we want in our lives. All right? You with me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so I know you can't pick which NFL team you get to play for, but if you could, which team would you want to go play for? And sidebar, Kansas City, when you see this, just understand the brother is speaking what he wants into existence. But y'all better come get him. I'm just going to put it out there right now, okay? So if you could play for a team, which team would you want to play for? And more importantly, why?
I'm gonna give you 3 teams. So
no, see, everybody be doing 2, 3 teams, man. There's gotta be one, man.
Because my brother coaches for the Broncos. Now the Broncos is the team I ever thought I'd want to play for. But I think just being able to show my skill set and my hard work every day in front of my brother, there's nothing that could replace that.
It also doesn't help that he's there, but okay, I got you. All right.
Right. So I say Denver, playing with my brother wherever he's at, would be awesome. Kansas City, the hometown team, awesome. But LA, LA Chargers, luckily my brother, he came in to the NFL under Jim Harbaugh when he was in San Francisco. So, I think
and now Jim is back at the Chargers, man. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think that'd be a great fit for me. Like I said earlier, Keenan Allen was a guy who I kind of molded myself after. He's out of there. So that'd be a great destination for me.
All right, so man, what is it about you in the AFC West? Because that's 3 out of the 4 teams, man. What's up with that?
I don't know. I just grew up watching them. I was always watching the Chiefs when I was younger. Watched a lot of Keenan Allen. So, I have a lot of respect for those teams and what they do. And obviously, you play where you go. So but those 3 are definitely in my top.
Okay. All right. Again, Kansas City, he picked y'all because he's a hometown boy. So, let's not neglect. He's just saying that he has his reasons for why he would want to. But y'all definitely in the mix, so don't get it twisted.
Hey,
all right, my man.
3 AFC West teams, make them compete for me, get a
right.
little.
Y'all see, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, man. I just interviewed Antonio Pierce at the NFL annual meetings. Man, that brother, very intelligent. Coming from a player, coming from an athlete, and now, as he said, doing things his way. He's like, there is no book on how to be a head coach. So that really resonated with me, and that's the last of the 4. So all 4 of them could compete with Collin Wilson. Let's just put it like that.
Respect the guys who played and then become coaches because they know what you're going through as a player and the process. So. Yeah, I'm sure he's great. I've heard great things about him from players who've played there.
Yeah. All right. Collin, my last question to you, brother. What is the one thing that separates you from everybody else? And what is going to be the one thing that separates you on April 9th when you go to Kansas City for that local pro day?
I'll say my versatility. I can do everything. You know, you ask me to throw the ball, I can throw the ball accurately. I can throw it far. You ask me to block, I do that at a high level. Special teams, you know, I mentioned defense earlier. And, you know, all that comes from just hard work. You know, I always wanted to be a perfect receiver. You know, you tell me I can't block, I'm gonna figure out how to block. You tell me I can't run after the catch, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So, you know, my versatility, which stems from hard work.
All right. I appreciate that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, no, I'm going to have him do it one time, Collin, man. Let the people know who you are, man, and tell them where they can find you so they can stay focused on your journey as you continue to elevate yourself.
For sure. Well, Eric, I want to thank you for having me. I'm Collin Wilson from Washburn University, play wide receiver and slot. You can find me on Instagram at c.dub.3, or you can find me on Twitter, also known as X, at Collin W44.
All right, my brother. Best of luck to you coming up on the 9th, man. And hit me up, man. I want to know how it went. I want to know what you felt, and just let's chop it up again, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate you having me again.
No worries, my man. No worries. Your man, Eric Wilson, for the Sports Arena. Collin Wilson, wide receiver, Washburn University, man. Many blessings to him and what he's about to endure, continuing his journey, honing his craft, and being himself genuinely, authentically, and just doing what he loves to do. Man, I'll talk to y'all soon. Everybody stay blessed. As always, peace.